You're listening to Straight No Chaser, the only show to quench your talk radio thirst. Some programs dilute the issues. We only serve the hard stuff. Old school, new school. Grab a glass and welcome your hosts, the Chief, MBZ, and Pastor C.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Straight No Chaser, where we never dilute the issues, we only serve the hard stuff. It's your girl, MBZ, and as always, I'm here with Pastor C.
Hey, hey.
The Chief.
Good evening.
And Thinbad.
Hello. Sound like bachelors on a dating game.
Well, I'm glad you said that because it actually goes hand in hand with what we actually are going to talk about today. So technology and social media has impacted everything we do. You can now get a mortgage, medical advice, bank, shop, pray, and find love on social media. Wow. Yes. Social media now has the ability to influence matters of the heart. So tonight, we're going to discuss how social media and technology has impacted dating and romance. Now, my relatives often tell stories about dating or courting, like, oh, yeah, I was at this party when I saw your mom, or, oh, I was so-and-so when I seen your aunt. You know how it goes. But the whole phone number thing, talking for hours, writing letters, all that just seems so ancient.
Whatever.
I mean, this is clearly a show for the millennials, if you understand what I'm saying. So anyways, there are now internet sites, apps, and social media conversations that may link you up with your Mr. or Mrs. Right. Today, it's technology and social media that can help Stella get her groove. So, as always, before we get going, let me remind our listeners to call us at 702-425-7789. That is 702-425-7789. Or chat with us live on Spreaker. So, let's open it up by easing into this whole thing. So, Thinbad, Pastor C, Chief, tell me some quick stories about how you guys found your wives. How'd you woo them? How'd you secure the bag?
We can let those guys go first.
Who wants to go first?
Well, because I am recently married here, we'll be celebrating a year.
It's been a year, Pastor C.
Yes,
Wow.
December the 16th. It will be a
That's
year.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Since my wife asked me to marry
Lord,
her.
it's been a year, Pastor.
Whoa. Since a who what?
She asked me to marry her.
Oh.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
I was
not.
going to say, that's okay.
Wow.
Okay.
You the man, Pastor C.
I
Don't
met my
get in
wife,
trouble.
Right, exactly. She's not listening yet.
my
I
goodness.
met her at church.
That's show enough game there.
Yeah, you know it is.
Jesus.
I met her at church, though, and I'm a pastor. She was a part of our ministry, and actually I wasn't even considering dating her. As a matter of fact, the chief and other individuals in my inner circle was aggressively suggesting that I would ask her out, and I did. And actually, it was a bet. One of my COOs, chief operating officers at the church, he bet me that I would ask her out, and I did. I was very
Wait a minute. Hold on, Pastor C. What was the bet?
well. The bet was for a couple of dollars. He said, I bet you that if you ask her out, she will go out with you. And I did do that, and she was interested. I took her out, and the rest is history, So we spent a lot of time together and stuff like that on the phone, text messages and things of that nature. And so now we are married. So,
Aw,
yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. It was okay.
we need some sound effects up in here.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Much
So
obliged.
who's next?
Fabulous, Pastor Steve.
I'm waiting
Love
to
it.
hear the Chief and Thin Bad saying that they've been married for 92 years.
Oh, I love
Man,
the
I
Chief
can't remember
story.
nothing.
Go ahead.
It just has been like this. I don't even know what had happened.
What had
My life
happened
got
was
stolen. But what had happened was, I think I surrendered.
Oh, boy. Let's hear the story, Thin Bad.
I don't know. Well, let's see. How did the story go? I think we actually met at school at Morgan.
Is that college or middle school? Which one?
Morgan Morgan State University,
Right.
Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah.
And then but nothing happened then, and she was I think engaged at the time.
Yeah.
And I said you're too young to get married. You ain't ready to get married.
Oh, he
And
finessed.
she said, yeah, I'm gonna get married. I said, no, you ain't ready to get married. And it gets hazy after that. it gets hazy. Where's the bleep bleep beep beep part? It gets hazy. And then some years went by. She went her way, and I went mine. And then my father passed, and she showed up. She heard about it and showed up at the house to offer condolences. And I said, she says, I said, next time I see you, if I see you, I'm gonna marry you.
Oh,
And
Go ahead.
and
boy.
then there was another few years that went by, and then her father passed. A couple years later, her father passed, and I showed up at the repast, and that was in 1997, and I'm still here. We're still here.
that's beautiful.
That's beautiful, man.
21 years.
That was unintendedly beautiful, wasn't it? That was just terrible.
Was-
I wasn't even trying to make it beautiful, and it just
I
came
think-
out that way.
Wow.
I think it wouldn't be too
Wow.
forward to assert that your wife and you are both very direct.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
she's
said
medical
you ain't getting married, and she said next time I see you, we getting married. So
Yeah.
And now you're married.
no mixed signals. I love it. Straight to the point.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, Chief,
You know,
you've been married 97 years. How did you guys meet?
I love
Well,
this story.
you know what?
yeah, I want to hear this story.
This
I
story
want
is
to hear this
great.
story.
Come on.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Bring it.
okay. Before I tell my story,
Oh Lord.
Passer,
Uh-huh.
Thin Bad, and Beezy, I just happened to get in touch with one of my boys, and he happened to have a tape of him in the club back in the day trying to hit on a girl.
What?
And it's Thin Bad's boy, West Side Willie, and so yeah, you remember West Side Willie? Boy used to walk with a limp in one eye. You remember him?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going. He sent it to me, man. He got it right out of his VHS.
Oh, God.
He got it out of his VHS. So,
What?
so
His Betamax.
Right.
yeah, it was like
Eight-track.
it's in his Betamax. So,
Why am I nervous?
Yeah, me
so
too.
he sent it to me. So hold on, wait a minute. I'm gonna cue it up because he told me you would remember this. You were there that night. Hold on.
This would be beautiful.
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah, music cranking tonight. Club is jumping tonight. Look at all these cuties in here.
Cuties.
Let me walk over here and introduce myself. Hey baby, how you doing? My name is Westside Willie. What's your name? Hey Willie, my name is Benadrillia. Benadrillia, girl, what kind of name is Benadrillia? Well, that was my mama's favorite medication when she was pregnant with me, so they named me Benadryl. Whatever, girl. But look, girl, you looking mighty sweet tonight, girl. Shoot, girl, you gonna make me go in my jacket and pull my needle and give me a shot of insulin.
Oh no.
But anyway, girl, this is what I want to do. You looking so good. Why don't we go on right across the street, and then after that, you know what I mean? Then we gonna go out in the morning time. Then we gonna, you know what I mean, girl? What you think of that, girl? Shoot.
Oh
Oh, I guess you didn't like that, but you didn't have to slap her, brother. I was trying to make your day. Whatever.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I would have turned him down too, man.
He was horrible.
That was Westside Willie's best move, man.
Westside Willie didn't have no game.
That was
Zero.
Wendell's boy.
Thank God for technology. Jesus Christ.
Brother Fiipped, who are you hanging with, man?
All right, so Chief,
There are
let's
8
hear your
million
story.
stories.
Well, you know I was a police officer, right? Everybody knows that, and I did 25 years. So I had just dropped off a prisoner, and I looked in the holding cell and saw this pretty girl.
Okay,
Oh,
all
my
right. All right.
Did you handcuff her?
Oh,
right, Fiipped.
What's that Lil Wayne song? And after we got done, I said, "Lady, what's your number?" She said, 911.
Oh my gosh. Handcuffs. Gun.
So that's how it happened.
All right. Anyways, we're gonna move along.
Let me tell the real story so I don't get in trouble.
Yeah.
there's where you can go to sleep tonight.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Right,
with
because
both
he ain't gonna
eyes
make it
closed.
out the studio
Yeah,
at this rate.
I want to be able
In
to
your
close
house.
both eyes. That's right.
In your house. That's
No, so I went to a club, believe it or not, and my buddies. Yeah, I had just transferred to a new unit, and my buddies were just so excited because we had weekends off. And they're like, "Come on, man, let's go to this club. Let's go to this club." I said, "Man, I'm not going." So finally they convinced me. So we get there early to hear this band. And I get there early and I look across the room. And there were these 2 girls there dressed in black. And I was like, wow. So, of course, you know, my game wasn't up to par that day. So I saw my buddy go over there and say something to him. So the next day, I said, man, Monday, I said, man, you know, that girl in black you were talking to, who was that? So he said, oh, man, that's my girl, Debbie. I said, yeah, man, hook a brother up. So I thought Debbie was Susan, right? So this is womp, womp, womp. So, yeah, exactly. So we were talking on the phone back and forth for about 2 weeks, and then we finally decided we were going to go out. So I go, as it turns out, she was my wife's sorority sister, and they were roommates.
Oh, this gets really messy.
So I go to the house to pick up what I thought was Susan, and I'm sitting there on the couch, and Susan walks out she comes in her house with like jeans on and some other raggedy stuff. No, just kidding. And she waves at me. So I said, oh, I guess she's going to go change up and we'll be ready to rock. Well, just as she turns the corner, here comes her buddy that looks like her and says, oh, hi, I'm ready to go. I was like, oh, you're kidding me. That's not who I thought you were. So I ended up going out with somebody I thought was Susan, and we dated for a little while, and then Susan and I just became good friends, and the rest is history.
Wait.
Whoa.
So you dated your wife's friend?
Yes.
Now, I don't know if you know anything about my mama, but she is Petty Patty.
I
so
know
you know
your
that
mama
ended
very
well.
Oh, wow. I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
Well, you have me and Fiipped's story beat.
Yep. So that's
yes,
all.
sir.
But that was 24 years ago. Been 24 great years.
Great.
Aw.
How many
That's
years
just
for you,
beautiful.
Fiipped?
20 this year.
Congrats, man.
Okay, well,
2020.
let's read. Hold on one second.
Go ahead. Let's rewind.
Okay, so let's redirect the conversation a little bit. So,
All right.
when you guys were dating,
Yes.
excuse me, what was the in technology? Like what was going on? Were y'all on
the
were
telephone.
y'all on pagers, telephones?
The telephone
what-
and the answering machine.
So did that technology